If you're stuck doing support work and wondering how you're supposed to get experience without being given a chance, this video will show you exactly how to bridge that gap. Most project managers don't get hired because of their title. They get hired because they already act like a project manager. In this video, we're going to show you how to do that. Today, we're going to cover 4 steps. Step 1, we're going to redefine your mindset of what PM experience actually is. If you've ever led a task, organized work, or help a team move faster, that can be counted as PM experience. Step 2, create PM experience inside your current role. So you go from just doing your task day to day to owning it and owning the outcome. Step 3, make your work visible. Promotions don't just happen from doing your work. You need to make yourself visible within your organization. Step 4, translate this PM experience into your resume and interviews. So hiring managers don't necessarily care about your title, they care about what you've done. All right, let's get into it. Step 1, redefine what counts as project management experience. Remember, project equals start and end date and a unique outcome. Best example we have for those that are working in your day-to-day tasks are if you lead or work on client work, that's obviously going to have a start and end date, and it's going to have a unique outcome for the most part. So if there's a contract involved for each situation, each project with them, that's project work. If you're planning work or coordinating with people or communicating updates to your boss or other, internal or external stakeholders, that is project experience. If you're owning outcomes or solving problems across teams, we can also leverage that into the resume to show PM experience. Bottom line is if you've ever led a task, organized work, or helped a teammate move faster, that's project management work. Step 2, create PM experience inside your current role, which is what we're after here. So we're going to want to volunteer to organize bad processes. The best example I have is I was new to an organization. I was learning the ropes of how they deliver projects. And I was showing up to meetings, training me. We didn't have a written process on how we move through the project lifecycle. So I just volunteered to do that. I did the interviews with all the PMs. I sat in on calls. I started running some of my own projects, and through that experience, I was able to document the actual process, and it was pretty easy. I think it was when I first did it, it was a 5-page Word doc, and that's how we ran our projects. That's what we use as our project Bible. Obviously, it evolved with the time to include more and more supporting documents, but that was it. So that's one way to get PM experience inside of your current role. And now when I had a start and an end date, I was going to start creating the process. I was going to turn it over, which was the end date. And then the unique outcome was the deliverable, which is the process document. Next, take ownership of small initiatives. That was an initiative. I wouldn't say that was small, but it was an initiative. So internal initiatives, if you hear of your boss talking in meetings saying, hey, we need to improve this, raise your hand. Or, hey, a group is getting together to talk about these different subjects or this bigger subject to represent our team, raise your hand. So you want to get yourself involved in different opportunities to create visibility for yourself. Turn tasks into mini projects. If you have tasks that you do in your day to day, can't be repeatable, like running payroll, I wouldn't say is something that we could leverage into mini projects. But if you have, say, a quota that you're trying to hit to a certain date, say like Q2 numbers that you're trying to hit, create a mini plan for that, create a tracker for it, and go full circle and just come up with the outcome. Even if no one asks you to do it, you could do it yourself. So you create a schedule, you put a budget together, you can create some sort of table, a simple table in Sheets to track it, and then you can either turn it over to your boss or put it on your resume to show, hey, we did this, it led to this. We did X thing, it led to Y, here's the outcome, and here's the positive net change. Write simple plans and updates. I'd say this is a pretty big one and the easiest one to leverage. So in your day-to-day work, you can make timelines on things that you need to deliver. You can create schedules and critical paths on tasks that you own. And then the updates that you provide, whether it be to your boss or if you're under a PM, the updates to your PM, make them written as if you are a PM. So it's changing that mindset. In my updates, I use what was planned, what actually happened, and what are the next steps. That's just the three main points of an update that I use. So, plan, we wanted to do XYZ. We actually did ABC, and here are the next steps. We need to get back on track. And this is how we're going to do it. Try to keep it simple. Try to keep it at a fifth grade reading level and bullet points. Try to keep things to bullet points. If you need more meat and more explanation, put it underneath. So people up top that care about, hey, where are we at? What's current status? The people right above you, maybe your PM's like, okay, I need to know where we're at, but I also need to know why we're at where we're at, just in case anybody asks me questions. And that's the big one, is provide the update, but also if you could put the meat below in case the people above you or the people that you're reporting to need the meat to answer to, that's what you're putting the meat in there for. Big takeaway here is, instead of just doing the task, you want to own the task. You want to own the outcome, because ownership really is what separates doers from leaders. Okay, step 3, make your work visible. This is a big one, and I want to put a little caveat here before we get started. You want to make yourself visible. You want to make your work visible. You want to promote yourself. You are your biggest advocate. However, don't be annoying about it. We've all had that teammate. I've had that teammate where they're just annoying. They think every little thing, it's, oh, look at me. You don't want to be that guy, because, hey, everybody's thinking like, oh, they're really annoying. I don't like it. So don't be that guy. Make sure that it's all about timing and positioning and how you deliver the message. So we'll go into it here. Send clear updates. Similar to what we said before. What was planned, what actually happened, and then what are the immediate next steps. Make it clear, make it concise, and hopefully you're sending good updates, because that also helps too. It's another topic. If you're not sending good updates, then it's your fault. You got to own it. So again, it goes into own the outcome. Okay, share progress before being asked. This is a big one, and it's all about being proactive and being trustworthy. So I like to schedule these, not as in like write them and then schedule send. I like to say a certain day of the week, I send out all my updates that need to be sent. So for example, for me, it's every Thursday. If I need to provide an update to a project, it's going out on Thursdays. That does two things. A, it creates accountability for me, and that makes sure that I do get an update out weekly if needed. B, it creates a schedule so that those receiving it know that it's coming. So that reduces the noise. Maybe they won't reach out to you on Tuesday or Wednesday if they don't need you, and if they don't need to, and they know that an update is coming Thursday. So try to get it scheduled. Try to be proactive as possible without overdoing it. Close loops publicly goes into that chat of, it's all about positioning and how you deliver the message. Document wins. This is a good one for year-end reviews. I was trying to do a year-end review last year, and I don't even know what I did in Q1 or Q2. So if I don't know, how is my boss is going to know? They ain't going to remember. So I literally created a Word doc that says Chaz's notebook, and I have my task list. I have some other stuff in there, a few different tabs, but one of them is wins. One of my tabs is wins. So that's where I put bullet point, throw some meat in there, what the impact was, how I did it, when I did it, who I did it with. So that's what you want to lift up those around you. You don't want to just try to take all the credit, right? So lift up those around you and help you remember what you did throughout the year. And another thing on year-end reviews that I like to throw out there, year-end reviews should not be a surprise to you or your boss. You should be talking through these things, trying to broadcast them, not only in one-on-ones, but also if you have team meetings, sprinkle these in here and there. Big thing here is promotions and opportunities follow visibility. Unfortunately, just doing your job doesn't get you the promotion. You also need to make yourself visible. You need to play the game with leadership and those around you, not only at your level, above and below. You need to have a little bit of emotional intelligence to win at the corporate game, unfortunately. But once you figure out it's just a game, then it becomes pretty fun. Final step here, translate your PM experience to your resume and into your interviews. You've heard it before, talk outcomes, not just tasks. Use PM language. It's communicate with stakeholders, send out status updates, monitored the budget, created schedules, tracked schedules, things like that. You want to throw PM verbiage in there because that's what hiring managers are looking for. You want to frame your work as projects as much as possible. Again, with that start, if it has a start and end date and a unique outcome and you played a role in it, throw it in the resume if you can. And then you want to show impact. So in those projects, in those initiatives that you do, you want to show impact using data. We did A, B, C. The outcome was X, Y, Z, and it improved our something by 22%. Things like that. You want to show what you did, how you did it, and what was the outcome in KPI fashion. Key performance indicator. Data. Love it. All right, to close out step 4, big thing here is hiring managers don't care about your title. They care about what you've done. With the resumes that come in, not all of them are just going to say project manager. So if yours doesn't say project manager, which it probably won't, which is why you're watching this video, you want to broadcast your project management experience in your previous role or your current role. So make sure you're using the PM language. Show your impact. You got to frame your work as projects. So if it has a start and an end date and it provides a unique outcome, you need to frame that work as project work. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please like and comment. If you want more actionable PM career advice, hit that subscribe button for future videos. And if you want direct access to me and the network that we are building at PM Directive, hit the link below and join our Skool community. Thanks. Have a great day.